Hey there, thanks for tuning into Duckbricks. I'm Chris, and I am on a quest to build the greatest LEGO Castle Army ever, featuring references to pretty much every single LEGO Castle faction there ever was. So far, we covered the Black Falcons, the Evil Villain Knights, we've covered the Skeletons, the Lion Knights, and now it's time for one of the most classic and popular LEGO Castle sub-factions, the Forestmen. The Forestmen have seen a great resurgence in recent years with modern remakes being made of older figures, and I've amassed a massive army for you to check out right now, and so let's enjoy my army of custom Forestmen minifigs. These are the Forestmen armies, and they are many. Hailing from the mysterious forest just beyond the Royal Knight's kingdom, the Forestmen typically keep to themselves, but this time have organized in a full-on military to battle the forces of evil. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the level 1 to level 100 LEGO Forestmen minifigure, because this is an entire army full of unique characters and different types of custom figs. Let's jump in to the level 1 soldier. Of course, we gotta start off with the level 1 grunt. These are the Forestmen recruits. Before any Forestman, woman, or them earns their stripes, they have to undergo a rigorous training process, where first they wear the training robes, plain green with a belt, no color affiliations to any sub-faction within the Forestmen, as they earn their stripes and become part of the Forestmen tribe. These recruits hail from all around the realm, and are made up of men, women, children, and you name it, any sort of denizen of the LEGO Castle world that has fallen out and wants to join the merry band of Forestmen can try out, but not all make it past the trials. Of course, once graduating from the trials, they become a full-fledged soldier in the Forestmen army, and let's move on to level 10. As Forestmen make their way through the training regimens, they are awarded hats and stripes on their hats, feathers to indicate what level of Forestmen they will likely proceed to. You've got yellow, red, blue, and the coveted black hood, meaning that you are on your way to becoming an elite Forestmen warrior. You may even receive a cape or some sort of alternate outfitting, armor, or weapons to aid you on your quest to completion to become a true member of the Forestmen ranks. While these members are still untrained, they have shown proficiency and risen through the ranks of level 1 soldiers to attain the level 10 Forestmen soldier. And now let's move on to level 20. Additional to the recruits going through the forces of Forestmen, we have the level 20 Castle Guards. These Castle Guards, unlike all of the other Forestmen members, are not allowed to venture outside of the castle gates, for they serve an important purpose: to serve and protect the Forestmen leaders. They stand silent as guards camouflaged in the wood of the trees, waiting for enemies to strike. While the Forestmen home has never been invaded other than quick raids by Wolfpack members, they stand ever vigilant, for a larger threat is growing on the horizon: Malak the Malign's skeleton warriors. And so, they remain vigilant and keep a constant lookout for any evil forces that dare threaten the forest woods. Upon graduating the ranks of the Forestmen Training Academy, recruits are sorted into the first level 40 category, and this is the Redcoats. Led by one green-hatted leader, the rest of the Redcoats are fresh recruits, wearing brown hats to signify that they are straight from the training program, but hungry for battle and fame. Of course, once these warriors proceed through the various tests, they are allowed to sometimes pick up armor, hoods, and weapons from their fallen foes, all together making up the backbone of the Forestmen army with their red-shirted garbs. After working your way through the Redcoat ranks, you graduate to become an official Redcoat warrior. These green-hatted soldiers will command platoons of their own, leading brown hats into battle and serving to protect the great forests of LEGO Castle. All of these green hats are led by a sole commander, a man in a dark green hat and red plume, signifying his commanding status over these level 50 Forestmen warriors. Of course, we are just in the standard branches of the Forestmen army, and many more wild and fantastical variants are yet to come. At level 60, we have the Bluecoats. The Bluecoats serve a vital role in the Forestmen ranks, serving as advanced scouts and heralds of the Forestmen forces. Some carry banners to announce their presence, acting as messengers to foreign lands, while others blend into the trees, striking silently as assassins. The Bluecoats provide information to the central command of the Forestmen, giving them updates of the happenings of the kingdom, and were some of the first to report to even their allies, the Lion Knights, of the growing threat of the East, of the Malak the Malign's skeleton forces. These Bluecoats act fast, think faster, and are the fastest with bows and arrows, acting as the information gatherers of the Forestmen tribe. A bit of an oddity in the Forestmen ranks are these level 60 warriors, who wield swords rather than bows. While the Forestmen typically prefer to strike from the trees and use long-range weapons to take out their opponents, these black-suited Forestmen are the elite Royal Guards, and as such carry swords for close hand-to-hand combat. They are the most skilled swordsmen in all of the land, able to rival even an elite skeleton swordsman, or worse. Altogether, their swords are made from forged Draconian steel, allowing them to be the strongest and most powerful blades throughout the realm. These elite guards are incredibly few in number, but make up for it by their massive strength and might and skill with the blade, all led by one elite black-feathered commander. And now we move on to level 80. And finally at level 80 we have the Forestmen Elite Archers. These elite archers have risen through the ranks, graduating from red to blue to black, and circling all the way back around to red again, as they wear the elite robes of the top commandos of the Forestmen army. Their numbers are many, their forces almost overwhelming, and any are allowed to be a part of the Forestmen Elite Guards. All you need to do is show proficiency with a bow, like this young lad has. Altogether, the elite archers make up the most powerful branch of the standard Forestmen military. With them patrolling the forest, you will never be able to pass through the forest without at least 1, 2, or 10 of these members spotting your presence and quickly alerting Forestmen High Command. This has been level 80, but now let's move on to the elite of the elite, the most advanced Forestmen warriors. Announcing their presence with a gigantic Forestmen banner, these ultimate Forestmen guards are the personal guards to the Forestmen Leadership Council. They are even greater in power and skill than the most elite warriors we took a look at, and there are only 6 of them. But some say these 6 archers are the greatest warriors in the land when it comes to lurking through the trees. Their agility is unmatched, their skill with the blade, the bow, and the mysterious jade blade are unmatched as well throughout the land, and their exploits are well known, often stealing from even their own allies, the Black Falcons, and giving to the common people of the land. Each and every one of these elite Forestmen warriors either wears a cloak to conceal their identities or scarves, or some prefer to just be completely out there wielding dual blades when they're not holding the massive banner of the Forestmen. No matter where they came from or what realm they originally were from, these are now die-hard Forestmen soldiers, willing to lay down their lives to protect the leadership. And as such, they make up the level 90 forces of the Forestmen army. But now let's take a look at level 100. And at level 100, we have the trio of Forestmen ruling council members, led by a grand Forestmen elite wizard and shepherded by the greatest bowman in the land. This trifecta of mysterious Forestmen conceal their identities with masks. Nobody knows who they are or where they came from, but everybody knows their names as the elite Forestmen Guard. They serve as the leadership of the Forestmen army. Where they go, the army follows, and thanks to the magics of their wizard, who has transformed himself into a half-man, half-serpent, they are able to wield even mystical powers at their command. The first of these elite Forestmen is Aaron the Swift. He is the most powerful archer, having risen through the ranks of the Redcoats and cemented his place among the Forestmen leadership. Wearing a specialized custom cloth pauldron, as well as sporting a green mask, satchel, and powerful longbow, Aaron's exploits are known throughout the realm. The mysterious Shadow Forestman has no name. All know him as the Mysterious Shadow, striking from the trees only to disappear unseen. Some say he rose through the ranks of the Forestmen Scouts, becoming quickly one of their best. Others say he was once a member of the Blackcoat Forestmen, becoming proficient with the sword and the bow at the same time. No matter his origins, he is known as the most feared forest warrior in the realm, and all who travel through the forest, if allies of the Forestmen, are proud of his protective gaze, while others, if they make themselves the Forestmen's enemy, they have his swift arrows to deal with. But there is one even more powerful sitting at this level 100 rank. Slithering through the forest canopy is the great magician of the Forestmen hordes. This magician has experimented with animals and nature, transforming himself into half-man, half-beast. Age has wizened this wizard, but his senses have never been sharper. Wielding a crescent staff as well as a dual jade blade, he is as much of a physical warrior as he is spiritual, striking out half the time with spells and magic, and the other half with his dazzlingly fast reflexes and blade. Few know the origins of this great wizard, although those in close confidence with him know that he was once an apprentice of Malak the Malign. Much like the wizards now in command of the villainous armies, he too chose to break off from Malak and form his own faction, although his intentions are far more noble, leading the Forestmen into battle alongside their strong and steadfast allies, the Lion Knights. Together, will his powers and the Lion Knight's powers be enough to defeat Malak the Malign? Absolutely, certainly not. And so, they must seek out new allies. And of course, we'll have to cover some of those new allies in other videos. But that has summed up level 100 of the Forestmen army, and let's take a look at the army as a whole. And with that, the Forestmen armies are assembled. Led by the trifecta of Forestmen leadership, they strike fast from the trees. But will their forces be enough to stop the growing evil of Malak the Malign and the Evil Alliance? Only time will tell. I hope you've enjoyed our look at my custom Forestmen army. Special thanks to Distorted Brick for providing these custom banners, as well as the custom Forestmen cape, which is phenomenally printed and produced. Until next time, I hope you've enjoyed this latest installment in my LEGO Castle Armies. Alright, and with that, we have added more forces to the greatest LEGO Castle army ever, in the form of the Forestmen. Who is next? You let me know in the comments, which castle factions do you want to see me cover next, and I hope you've been enjoying this journey to cover my massive LEGO Castle army. Thanks all for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming your way very soon, and bye for now.